I'm Kate, I'm your Postgraduate Community Ambassador for London College of Fashion, but obviously at the moment I'm not in London, I'm in the north of England in the Lake District. But I know a lot of you are self-isolating, so I thought it'd be really cool if I took you out on a little walk with me so we could all get a little bit of fresh air and see some greenery, see some nature and enjoy the beauty of the world. It's not all bad. I'm going to take the opportunity to write some poetry because I really enjoy that, so feel free to write alongside me, or if you prefer you could draw, you could paint some of the beautiful images of the nature that is surrounding us, and if you shared those with the postgraduate community that would be really cool. I know it feels like you might feel a bit alone or isolated at the moment, but this is a community and there are people here who can offer you advice or support, who are here to help you, even if that's just to show you a friendly face every once in a while. So it would really mean a lot if you could share what you create here today with the whole postgraduate community. We're currently walking along the Limestone link. Here you can see Home Park Quarry. So they've turned this area into a wildlife reserve, which is really nice for the public to walk around, but down there is, as you can see, a massive quarry. The gorse is grown because this is limestone pavement here, which means the soil's not very good, so only this kind of scrubland can grow, which I think is beautiful in its own way. Of course, this part of the world is famous for the Lake District poets. I'm sure you've all heard of William Wordsworth and his poem Daffodils. Now that one's on my mind a lot at the moment, not just because the daffodils are in bloom, but because it talks about how even though for oft when on my couch I lie, in pensive or in vacant mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. So even though you may not be allowed outside at the moment, there is still nature waiting for you, and it will be here for you after this is all over to enjoy. So I think this is a good place to write some poetry. I've got my limestone rocks to sit on, I've got my pen, my UAL pen and my paper, so let's do some writing. I think if you listen now you can hear all the birds singing. That's a noisy blackbird somewhere. I think one of my favourite things to do when I'm writing poetry is to steal from Old English. So, for example, in Old English there's a literary technique called kennings, which is basically two compounded words to create a more metaphorical image. So, for example, bone house is quite a common one in Old English, and in fact Gerard Manley Hopkins used this in his poem The Caged Skylark, which again seems very pertinent for these times of being encaged ourselves. For instance, in Beowulf we get corpse maker and shadowganger, shadow walker to describe the monster Grendel, but here are a few I'm trying out. Bone cracked, sticky fingered tide. Always feels weird sharing your poetry with other people, but technically I'm just sharing it with the forest at this point, so it's not so embarrassing. So I'm going to read you one of my poems now. Please do share your own poetry because I would love to read them. I'm sure everyone else here would too. So here's mine. Softly, softly, speak softly, drunk on something, on summer lingering, the faint taste of fall and the meadowed horizon billowing. I wear a cloak of seasoned gold and fade into heather banks and peregrine wings, and somewhere beyond the small town sky, my old hanging dog lies gentle and dreams of puppy youth days so distantly, it could almost be the first time. That's the poem. That's it. Thanks for joining me here. I hope you're staying safe, and I'm sure you'll be out and about in nature again very soon. Bye.